Windows 11 24H2 updates are once again causing frustration as administrators, and IT professionals around the world are reporting that the latest KB5063878 cumulative update, released earlier this week, is failing to install on some systems, and is throwing the dreaded 0x80240069 errors. A problem that has quickly spread across social media platforms and Bleeping Computer forums, where Windows admins have been sharing their experiences. And what makes this issue particularly disruptive is that it seems to mainly affect systems relying on Windows Server Update Services, also known as WSUS, with admins seeing error messages like, "Service WSUS has unexpectedly stopped," and "The Windows Update service terminated unexpectedly," inside the event logs, which means the Windows Update infrastructure itself is crashing during the installation process, leaving enterprise devices stuck without security patches. A nightmare for IT managers responsible for hundreds or even thousands of machines. And some users have detailed their struggles online, with one saying, "I'm in a WSUS environment. The update is approved, but all the existing 24H2 clients fail to install with error code download error 0x80240069. I tried to decline the update in WSUS and approve it again, but still no luck." While another added, "Same here. I've got 100 failures via SCCM with that error code. Only 2 successful, which likely didn't get the update from SCCM, showing just how widespread and disruptive this bug really is." But fortunately for home users, this problem doesn't seem to affect consumer systems because WSUS is a network service primarily used in enterprise environments where centralized update deployment is required. So individuals updating directly from Microsoft servers are unlikely to see these failures. However, for businesses, the situation is much more serious because it leaves entire fleets of devices unpatched and vulnerable at a time when security updates are crucial. And to make matters worse, Microsoft has yet to officially confirm these problems, as a spokesperson was unable to provide a statement when contacted by Bleeping Computer earlier today, meaning admins are left in the dark without an official fix, though some clever IT professionals have already discovered and shared a temporary workaround, which involves manually importing the update into WSUS using specific update IDs, namely WSUS Sync Update ID 8018AB07242432F2 and Update Catalog. Import Update ID 92061378B93465 and 3726B0F, which in some cases has allowed admins to bypass the automated failure and deploy the patch successfully. But this is a time-consuming and frustrating manual process that adds yet another layer of complexity to what should be a straightforward security update. And this isn't the first time Microsoft has stumbled with WSUS updates either, because back in April, enterprise customers faced an almost identical issue when updates for Windows 11, 22H2 and 23H2 systems also fail with the same 0x80240069 error, an incident that forced Microsoft to admit the problem and eventually roll out a fix in May through a known issue rollback, also known as KIR, which automatically resolved the issue across enterprise-managed devices. But now here we are again just a few months later facing the exact same situation, and the recurrence raises serious concerns about Microsoft's quality assurance process for enterprise updates, because the last thing businesses need is repeated disruptions every few months that block critical security patches, especially at a time when cybersecurity threats are increasing, and while IT professionals are resilient and often quick to discover workarounds. The bigger issue is trust, because each failure like this chips away at confidence in Microsoft's ability to deliver reliable enterprise updates. And enterprises depend on WSUS and SCCM environments for stability, because without these systems working correctly, admins are forced to waste hours or even days troubleshooting, manually importing updates, or leaving systems vulnerable until a fix is issued. And it doesn't help that communication from Microsoft has been slow, with no official fix or statement at the time of reporting, leaving many businesses guessing when or if the problem will be addressed. But based on history, it is likely Microsoft will once again release a known issue rollback to resolve the error across enterprise systems, though the timing remains uncertain. And until then, administrators are left juggling between keeping systems patched manually or delaying updates entirely, both of which come with significant risks. either in wasted time and effort or in potential exposure to new vulnerabilities, making this yet another example of how a single update failure can ripple across enterprises worldwide. And while home users are spared this time, the bigger lesson is clear. Windows 11 updates continue to be plagued by reliability issues that affect both consumers and businesses in different ways. And unless Microsoft takes stronger measures to test cumulative updates in enterprise environments before release, we may see more incidents like this in future. But for now, if you're an IT admin dealing with a KB5063878 update failure and 0x80240069 errors, your best bet is to attempt a manual WSUS import workaround or hold tight until Microsoft provides a permanent solution. And as always, staying informed, monitoring forums, and having a proactive backup strategy remain the best ways to minimize downtime during update chaos. And this unfolding situation is yet another reminder of how even in 2025, Windows updates can still fail in the most critical places. And that is why we'll keep following this story closely. So make sure you stay tuned for the latest developments right here on TechVerse.